want to round out this team comp, you're most likely going to look for some kind of front line. They were hovering, choosing between Malphite, Cyan, and Ornn as well. And I think in this case, which direction you go is not going to change. His top side with Wolves, Drum spawning almost immediately because Jankos cleared them right away. Whereas right now he's in the face with no camps.
Zvyro, what?
I mean, that is put some pressure around mid by ganking him or invade the enemy jungle. One of the downsides of having Ivan here versus Kazas is that Kazas is much stronger in the early game, and with setup, they should be able to win fight. Sia just hit 6 though.
Ignited, gets a shield, but yeah, doesn't even need it, does he? Larson just gets that range, and big whoopsie for Team Heretics through the mid lane a second time. They're punished once again.
I think generally they're having the right ideas in mind. Like Zvyro goes confident and tries to get the solo kill on the last one.
There's that ult.
Pretty low.
Wait for the flip. Root caller, beautifully done. He buffers it, but still, they're going to get the range to the flash from Zoelis as well. The dredge line makes it so, and now Larson is going to be hand-fed a second time. Finn absorbing pressure on the top side in the meanwhile, but this is a disaster early game for Team Heretics, who are now down 1,000 gold.
It's such a shame. I think I think the timing that Heretics were looking for initially was, hey, Larson is on a wave that's slowly pushing towards us. He's going to be overextended, so if we bring Jankos and Trimby there soon, we'll be able to gank him. Now, they recognized that they were not able to go for the gank with Solis and Marcoon covering, but instead of most of this is really just happening on the back of Larson's mid pressure. The mid pressure translates into vision in the enemy jungle, and bot prio as well. Like you can do so much, and we see it right here. Like Heretics know they have no way of responding, and that's going to be the challenge for them. How do you stop the bleeding? When do you look for a fight? And when you do, it's going to have to be the right one, because we can see right now the gold just exploded to a 2k lead, which is a lot at 10 minutes into the game. Now, the question is, how does Rogue actually snowball this further? They already took bot turret really early, and we're going to see Comp and Solis moving directly to the top lane, wanting to take more plates. So right here, I expect Rogue to just want to, spend the next 3 minutes getting as many plates top as possible, preventing that tower from falling in the process as well. But in order to do that, they're going to need Larson's pressure, and he's just TP'd bot lane.
He has just TP'd bot lane, so maybe onto Flacket in the 2v1 as he ult against the wall, springs him back. Flacket tries to win it out, but Marcoon survives in the end. Well, Daisy zone control at it. Well, Team Heretics will get their push of the wave eventually here, with also Rift Scuttle being taken by Marcoon to add maybe a bit of defensive moment into the mix.
Heretics really wants to take down this top turret. They know Larson isn't base without TP available.
Been all in. Have maybe a Niski-like moment from yesterday and set up with the team, the TP on the backside. Rocks of the setup is coming in here. This is Finn rolling in.
Finn is going to look for the back line, looking for Zvyro and block it.
Call the Forge God, True Barrage does a lot. That Call the Forge God needs to hit, but it does not. Finn can't find it. Wonder flashes in. Larson, though, still doesn't die. As he goes golden, he stops the flank, but the Cardless ult is going to turn, burn, and...
but ultimately, they get a kill. A few people die. They also got the Rift Herald, which...
Fight. I said it could have been a lot worse for Team Heretics. I meant it as the TP comes in over this dragon. They don't want to give it away. The second one here will be smarted down. Rogue still commit.
If you're ahead, you don't want to give up anything, but sometimes if you give up a dragon in this particular case, you can get so much more on the other side.
Also for bot though, Dominus going to be used. Wonder's teleported in, and that's a better teleport play. You force them off the turret. That's why I think a lot of the time, the macro teams of the East play so damn well. I know Genji are great at this. I know Top Engage, and Finn has to be careful.
Yeah, they're looking for him right now. He is fairly tanky as Renekton. Level 11, does a flash available as well. We see the Redemption dropping immediately. Larson does not have TP available here.
The depth charge in the back line though, and even though Larson can't join in, it might be okay for now. Rogue, chain of corruption spreading though, as here comes a Requiem. Only a dream for the time being. Turret still falls on down, and the crowd goes wild. Have to walk in blind at 7k, 6k, 5k. This might come down to a flip, flipping the game for Rogue. Call, the Forge God comes out, chain of corruption, into the pit, the steal, no! Marcoon gets the smite down, but look at the health bars. Larson gets a late ulti, but the Requiem this time hurts him even more. Zoelis is just gonna sacrifice his life. Well, you said it, Proxer. Look at those carries, because Rogue were just looking at the Baron, and Team Heretics were out for blood.
And that's the thing here. I am so happy about what Jankos just did. We're probably having somebody, Lil Bobby and Iron 4, wondering, but Jankos, why didn't you flash in? Why didn't you steal the Baron? Well, Grandpa Jankos was one step ahead. He's wise, he's experienced, he knows that if he doesn't tunnel in the objective, which is plays for the fight, they're gonna win.
But it isn't Ornn getting on out as Trimby thinks about the engage, stops them in their track. Daisy comes out. There's a dredge line for the re-engage. Change Corruption. It's a 3v3 for now, but with the teleport coming in, that's Larson on the move. The range is there. He's joined on in as Comp uses his own range. Trimby is just dead. A bit of a mistake as Team Heretics came in to save their top lane.
Bot lane.
Is it a mistake, Broxer?
Well, time will tell. At some point, they're definitely going to have to deal with Spyro because that's a Tristana pushing hard with 6 point grubs taken.
Yeah.
And we're going to see it right here. Sure, you're going to kill on Trimby, but I think ultimately, at the end of the day, you're not going to care if you're Heretics because you trade a kill and a tier 2 for an inhib tower and an inhib. That's going to give you a lot of pressure.
Finn looking for him. Oh, Rogue picked up the earlier one. They keep taking away some of these resources. Trimby going to use Hex Flash onto Zoelis. He dredge lines out. The crash down not going to connect. Think about a re-engage. There's great damage from Comp. Man, Ezreal's good at the moment, isn't he? True Shot Barrage onto Trimby, and again, might have been caught out, but as they line up for the Ornn to chew him down, Comp has to run around, and Wonder zones off 3 carries, but Team Heretics' health bar on the side has been disrupted by Finn. Wonder flashes over the wall, and they're running as a 5-man. We're back in the game. Thank you for waiting with us. We come back, and Team Heretics use ratios, as you said, with the Tristana 3 items. It's big right now as they siege on 2 fronts. Spyro sits there, spots 2 of Rogue. You can see Team Heretics step up to the plate, try to get some fast pressure. There's the Larson play. He tries to imitate Faker, but all he finds is Wonder, who gets the train off before dropping down. Turret stays standing, but Spyro is just like, screw it. If I'm going to die, I'm going to take the turret with me. He tries to rocket jump out. He ulties out for Finn, but he still has flash of his own. He gets a stun down, and for Spyro, maybe it was worth opening up that top side of the map.
About to TP in, and they hit Baron. We already saw that they enjoy 50-50, so maybe it's time for round 2.
But I mean, Larson first has to get into the pit, and he has to TP in, as you said, but he's dealing with the bot wave. Requiem's just been burnt. Wonder's here with flash available, no train, but Rogue is throwing everything at the wall. I'm going to throw the word respect out again, but if Rogue die here, the game is over as Wonder runs in. He's taking on the team. He's going to go unstoppable, but there's Larson's ulti mixed with Comp's damage. True Shot Barrage as well. It's bypassing, it's turning, it's coming back onto Team Heretics. 3 members left standing there in the Baron pit after it resets, but they can go again. They've even found another. Team Heretics are walking into the jaws of the beast, and Rogue are nothing but thankful.
I don't know if to stand here complimenting Rogue or flaming Heretics right now. I'm a little bit lost, to be honest, but TP'd in immediately. But not only that, Solis on the Nautilus was able to get a lot of picks with the hooks, and they just managed to burn.
Gold advantage so that they get themselves closer towards a second win.
Yeah, the roles are changing once again, and now Finn actually has almost a 3,000 gold advantage of a full core item on Wonder. He's going to be very hard for them to deal with. It is worth pointing out that both carries for Team Heretics have 4 items, so if they can set them up for success, they might be able to deal some damage. Both of their flashes down, however, they're getting poked real hard, so they have to pull the trigger soon or their Nexus is about to explode.
But I see Comp's damage, I see them poking them down in the meantime, so the same point can be used for Rogue, right? Top inhibitor going to drop as well. Finn now pressuring with the minion wave and Baron coming in. Rogue moving there as a group. Comp is the one I'm really scared for. It's surprising despite Larson starting this game with such a big lead. Zoelis fought over the wall for the time being. The poke also good from Flackett. We get the range from Larson. They push into the base. They're looking for double inhibitor, but is it too greedy? Trimby goes on in. Wonder sends up an Ornn horn, but Comp only gets nicked on the side. 2 ultis. The big engage tools for Team Heretics are down, and Rogue couldn't care less.
And one-shotting any champion or tower that's right in front of them. This is how you need to play Rogue's Comp, and they're doing it really, really well.
I love again that, you know, scaling being relevant for both. We're seeing the fruition of what Rogue can do as a 5-stack. The poke's so big, and Comp on his Ezreal once again is playing with fire. He's feeling himself with almost 4 items too. So hard to get near this team that has the range. Azir, Ezreal, Team Heretics to walk in. They take half of their HP just standing
They have to engage. They have to do it right now.
What do they do?
It's the last chance.
I mean, Trimby already burned the ultimate. I think it's up soon, but again, they're getting burnt down. The dredge line pulls Wonder in. He can't do anything. He's taken to the ground. Rogue have opened up triple inhibitor. The minion wave's crashing through top, through mid, through bot, and Rogue on death's door to be taken away from playoffs no more. Team Heretics now sending out the Requiem, but for Jankos, it's a last stand here while Rogue crash on in. Baron's disappeared. It's made the push harder, but they're just running out of options so quickly, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, Trimby is going to have to look for an engage right about now. You have Verisol up as well.
He gets
So
one.
they are
On
hunting
his
now.
last breath, he dies. Chains of Corruption's there. They defend for now. Tyro thinking about the angle. We wanted a superstar from either of these teams. Wave clear, but Larson's got range. Comp the same. Surely this has got to be it. I mean, Comp's damage on turrets is big. They get rooted up. Comp's still ranging them massively. They near the fountain, so they can go back and reset. But as soon as they do, Rogue will try and end the game.
They're gonna have to find a way to go forward soon. Like, they're running out of time. They're just getting poked more and more. And here comes the fight.
And it finally comes through, but they're blasted before it begins. Requiem comes out eventually, but at this point, it's only for a dream. Wonder yanked back in. Zoelli's on the Nautilus has been clean, and Rogue played the patient game. And in Brox's words, they waited for Team Heretics to make the mistake, with a bit of paraphrasing there, and pick up their second win when it matters most.